Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear students, how are you all? Certainly well. Me too. Thank you very much for joining my today's class. You know, we are ongoing a very critical situation, a pandemic situation during this time. Our institution, Cantonment Public School and College Saidpur, is putting forth much effort to advance its students during this pandemic. I think staying at your home, you are watching as well as enjoying your sessions. As a sequel to my previous conductions today, I am going to conduct a session on simple to compound. You know, simple sentence. Basically, there are three types of sentences according to structures. First one is simple, then complex, then compound. As our assigned topic is transforming sentence from simple to compound, we better analyze the definition as well as some examples along with clarification of these two simple and complex sentences. Simple sentence. Simple sentence is a kind of sentence that contains generally one clause, that is called the main clause or the principal clause in a sentence, that is subject, verb and extension. The verb is the finite verb. The verb shown here is the main verb. For making a clause, we know we need to put a finite verb along with the subject. Then extension is not mandatory. Like simple sentence, compound sentence contains more than one clauses. One is principal clause and the other is coordinating clause added with some coordinating conjunction like and, but, yet, as well as either or, neither nor, not only but also, both and, etc. So if we go through some references as examples, it would be clear to us in this way that I was there in winter. It's an example of simple sentence. Simple. How is it simple? The sentence is simple in this way that it contains only one clause. I is the subject, was the finite verb, though was is derived from be verb, but in this sentence was works as the main verb, there in winter. This is the extension or complement. So I was there in winter, the main verb is was. To make a simple sentence into compound, we need to make or transform it into more than one clauses, putting or keeping a clause in the main or principal form and making the other one or more than one clauses in some coordinating form. These coordinating clauses aren't the main clauses. Okay, so if we transform it from simple to compound, it would be it was winter and I was there. It was winter and I was there. It was winter is a clause added with an coordinating conjunction and I was there. That is, if I clarify it, the season is fixed and I was there. This is the coordinating clause along with the principal clause. If we see another one, he was rewarded for his honesty. He was rewarded. Was rewarded. He was rewarded. The sentence is shown in passive form, but the principal verb is was rewarded. That is rewarded for his honesty, compliment. There is only one clause. The same rule is applicable here. as we transform the first sentence into compound, putting a clause into the main or principal form, we need to take another clause as coordinating clause. Okay? He was rewarded for his honesty. It would be he was honest. The honesty has been converted or transformed into the adjective form. He was honest and he was rewarded. He was honest, this is the main clause, and he was rewarded. This is the coordinating clause added with the coordinating conjunction and. Next example, by working hard. It's a phrase because by working hard there isn't any principal clause. You can shine in life. Can shine in life. Can moral verb and shine is the main verb. You can shine in life. This is the main clause or principal clause in this sentence. So by working hard you can shine in life. That is, when we are transforming this sentence into compound, we have to transform by working hard this phrase into a new clause, that is into a coordinating clause. So we can write it in this way: work hard and you can shine in life. Work hard is a new clause following the non-finite or participle in the phrase. We have made it into a clause, work hard, in imperative mode, and you can shine in life. The mentioned principal clause is remaining unchanged. Next example, in case of our coming, I will go. Here our or your we can use, no problem. We can transform it, come and I will go. Come and I will go. That is added with some phrasal preposition, like in case of, on account of, by dint of, due to, in spite of, added with this phrasal preposition or prepositions, the verb in either in participle form or in some gerundial form is to be transformed into a clause while making it into compound sentence. In case of our coming or your coming, I will go, come and I will go. Without reading attentively, you will fail. The main clause is you will fail. Without reading attentively, this portion isn't a clause, rather it's a phrase. This phrase is to be transformed into a clause while making compound sentence. Read attentively or you will fail. Here or has been used. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, that or, not, these are also used as coordinating conjunctions. The load is too heavy for him to carry. The load is too heavy. It's a structure of simple sentence, two adjective and then two verb. The main verb is. The load is too heavy for him to carry, and this is the main clause here. Dear students, for your better understanding, I would like to clarify here that we are learning the rules of transformation of sentences from simple to compound through mentioning examples, and thus we are transforming them from simple to compound. The load is too heavy for him to carry. The load is the subject and is the main verb. No other finite verb is remaining in this sentence. That's why it's a main clause, and we are transforming it into compound in this way. The load is very heavy. It's a clause and he cannot carry it. For him to carry, we are making this portion into a clause for transforming it into compound sentence. The load is too heavy for him to carry. The load is very heavy, and coordinating conjunction added with the new coordinating clause. In spite of working hard, he failed. In spite of phrasal preposition, then working. After preposition, verb ing, that is the present participle, hurt. It's not a clause, rather it's a phrase. And he failed. In spite of working hard, he failed. If we wish to transform it into compound, it would be he worked hard, but he failed. He worked hard is a clause, but he failed is also a clause. Okay? So dear students, I would like to clarify for your better understanding again the difference between a phrase and a clause is that a phrase is a group of words generally where it does not have any finite verb in it. I repeat, a phrase is a group of words generally where it does not have any finite verb in it, whilst a clause is a group of words too where generally it must have a finite verb. Finite verb is considered as the main verb in a sentence, right? So without finite verb, no clause can be formed. Without a clause, no sentence can be formed. But in a sentence, we may have a number of phrases along with the main clause to expand it up to the mark. Okay? So, again, for your better understanding, a phrase, it does not have any finite verb in it, whilst a clause, it must have a finite verb in it. And to make a sentence, there must be a finite verb. Closing the door, I went back to work. Closing the door is not a clause, rather it's a phrase. I went back to work. Went is the main verb or principal verb, and I went back to work. The full portion is a clause. And the transformation is I closed the door. Closing the door, we transform it into a clause, and I went back to work. It's another clause. Dear participants, if we consider some other examples, I know his birthplace. I know his birthplace. Only one clause is simple front. The sentence would be like this. In compound, I know a place and it is his birthplace. We are putting the main verb in this way. I know a place and it is his birthplace. We have used it as an anticipatory it, a preparatory it, and introductory it to form a clause in this sentence for making it into compound from simple. We eat in order to live. Very interesting sentence. Generally, we know it. We eat in order to live. Eat is the main verb. To make it into compound, we can write it, we can show it in this way. We want to live, and so we eat. We want to live, and so we eat. Next, he could not join the meeting on account of his illness. He could not join. The main verb, join, could not join in negative. The meeting object on account of his illness. On account of, it's a phrasal preposition, and his illness, a reason behind his absence. He could not join the meeting on account of his illness. If we transform it into compound, it would be he was ill and he could not join the meeting. He was ill, it's a clause, and added with and coordinating conjunction, he could not join the meeting. Next, he is an honest man. Only one clause. How can we make it into double clauses or more than one clauses? Just have a look. He is a man, and the quality honest, we are putting honest into a new clause added with the same subject he. He is a man and he is honest. Next, besides being a good player, he is a good student. That is, besides being a good player, it shows a different quality of a person besides being a good player. But exactly it's not a clause. Rather, he is a good student, it's a clause. And is the main verb. Then we can write it in this way. He is not only a good player but also a good student. He is not only a good player but also a good student, dear learners. Next, everybody considers him to be a talented boy. In simple form, considers, this is the main verb, and it's a clause, the main clause only. To convert it into compound, we can write it. He is a talented boy, his quality, along with the main verb. In a clause, he is a talented boy, and this is the principal clause, and everybody considers him for that. Everybody considers him. Thank you. Then next, if we go through another example, I don't know his father's nickname. I know, in negative, don't know, main verb. One clause. I am repeating one after another. I am repeating right here to confirm a principal clause for your better understanding while making a simple sentence. His father has a nickname and I don't know it. His father has a nickname and I don't know it. His father has a nickname. This is a clause and I don't know it. It's a coordinating clause. The rich are not always happy. The rich, the subject, are not always happy. Are is the main verb. Some people are rich and they are not always happy. We have taken the rich portion in a particular clause. Some people are rich, and this is the main clause in this context, and they are not always happy. Coordinating clause, the coordinating conjunction and. Dear participants, I think you have got all the points regarding simple to compound, and if any query arises in you, feel free to ask me or text me through your WhatsApp. During this pandemic situation, my suggestion for you, please maintain the safe distance, keep safe, stay healthy, and go through regular sitting with your books and enjoy your days. May Allah bless us all. Thank you very much.